Boston Celtics blow the doors off the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, 108-83. What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA talking to me, playoffs, and here to talk about that beatdown that Boston put on the Cleveland Cavaliers and talking about this series and what Game 1 means and projecting this series moving forward. Are the Cavs in serious trouble? Might I say, is this series pretty much over? So I'm going to get into all of that and more. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, let's get the elephant out of the room here. LeBron James had his worst playoff game this season for sure, and one of the worst playoff games of his entire NBA career. Just 15.7 rebounds, 9 assists, 7 turnovers, 5 for 16 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3. But numbers aside, and I do love the numbers, and they show you that LeBron had one of his worst games. LeBron looked lackadaisical. LeBron looked lethargic. He looked very passive. He didn't look aggressive. And everything that you would have wanted from LeBron James in terms of going into this game with the takeover type of mentality, knowing how well Boston plays at home, he lacked, okay? So definitely have to put the blame on LeBron there. A large part of why the Cavaliers lost this game because he was just not as dominant and he didn't play well. And that's just a flat-out truth. And with that being said, going to have to tip my hat and tip my cap out to Marcus Morris, who did a great job guarding LeBron James. And I said that Marcus Morris was talking, out of his you-know-what when he said that he could do a good job of guarding LeBron. Now, of course, Morris did not spend the entire game shadowing LeBron. They threw a bunch of guys at him. But when he was on LeBron James, he did a good job. And I believe LeBron was a minus 32 in this game. So Marcus Morris on the offensive end, 21 points, 11 rebounds. So congrats to you, Marcus Morris. You talked a big game, but you backed it up. So I have to give up props. You can't just make it one-sided. If a guy, talks a big game, but he backs it up, he deserves the props. So Marcus Morris, you deserve all of the props and glory that you get from this game because you balled out. And again, this is the difference between Tyronn Lue and Brad Stevens, because Brad Stevens recognized that with the Cleveland Cavaliers, they've been going small all playoffs with Kevin Love at center. So what did he do? He took Aaron Baines out of the starting lineup and put in Marcus Morris to match that smaller starting lineup, okay? And Marcus Morris balled out, okay? And even in this game, which was pretty much, a blowout for a large part of this entire game, even at the end of the third quarter when the Cavs cut the lead down to 14 and you would have thought maybe they had a run in them to cut it down to 10 and then single digits, you just knew that the Celtics were too well coached, too disciplined to be able to choke away the lead, to be able to blow this game. And that's because of Brad Stevens, who I believe, comparing all of the players on Boston, is still the best asset that the Celtics have, which is Brad Stevens. He is the best coach in the league outside of Greg Popovich, folks. That's how much respect I have for one Brad Stevens. And speaking of which, Tyronn Lue made some boneheaded decisions in this game. Again, talking about that end of the third quarter when they cut it down to 14, he rolled out Rodney Hood, Jordan Clarkson, Jeff Green, Tristan Thompson. When it was time to attack, you bring out your bench, okay? That is not what you do if you're an elite coach in this league. If you're a good coach in this league, forget elite. And Tyronn Lue did not capitalize on that. And at that point, that was sort of that last gas push that I thought the Cavaliers could have had. And Tyronn Lue just shut that down by not having his starters out there. So definitely deserves a lot of blame in this one. So Tyronn Lue deserves blame. LeBron deserves blame in this game. And then let's talk about the Cavaliers supporting cast. J.R. Smith, 2 for 9. Kevin Love, 5 for 14. Rodney Hood, 5 for 12. Jordan Clarkson, 4 for 11. Cavs shot 36% from the field, 15% from 3. Oh, and Larry Nance can't even see the damn court, okay? And again, he got it in garbage time, but I don't know why, okay? So, like I said, Tyronn Lue deserves a lot of blame here, but the Cavs just missed a lot of open shots. And look, if they shoot 36% in this series, it's going to be a sweep, okay? It's going to be a sweep unless LeBron puts up 70, 80 points a game, because that is how detrimental the supporting cast has been. So, looking ahead here, what the hell can the Cavs do to slow down the Celtics, who are playing out of their mind. Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. 23 points, 8 rebounds. Marcus Morris, I mentioned him already, double-double. Al Horford had a great game, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Tatum, 16, 6, and 3. So their big four really played really well. Marcus Smart gave some good minutes off the bench. So projecting ahead, let's answer a couple of questions here, okay? Is this series over? Of course not, okay? Game 1 has tended to be LeBron James' worst game in a lot of these series, okay? He tends to kind of feel things out game 1, see what he likes, what he doesn't like, and then games after that, the adjustments are made. So I'm not willing to go away from the Cleveland Cavaliers and say this series is over. I picked the Cavs in 6. I'm going to stick by it, okay? For now. Moving forward, what should the Cavs do? What can they do? So the Celtics, they already know they need to just keep the status quo because they blew them out, okay? So Brad Stevens doesn't need to change anything here. On the Cleveland side of things, Tyronn Lue, it would behoove you, yes, I'm using a big word right now because Tyronn Lue does not understand the seriousness of this point, to be able to go big. Go big, start Tristan Thompson. He gave some good quality minutes. He was the only one crashing the boards, hustling in this game. Start Tristan and give Larry Nance some minutes. Go big on this lineup. Al Horford is eating Kevin Love up alive, okay? Al Horford has always gotten the better of Kevin Love. Kevin Love was horrible against the Celtics in the regular season. This is just a bad matchup for him. Remember when I talked about Boston against Ben Simmons? That's a bad matchup. Same thing here with Kevin Love. I want to see Tristan in the starting lineup. Move Kevin Love to the 4 and go from there. LeBron at the 3. And you have George Hill and JR at the 1 and 2, right? I might take out J.R. Smith, maybe put in a Rodney Hood who had a decent game today. J.R. Smith, when his shot is not dropping, is giving you next to nothing. Or actually, not just J.R., put in Corver at the 2. Bench J.R. Smith and then keep George Hill there, okay? But like I said, you want to go big here. You want to switch things up a little bit because, like I said, Al Horford is just eating up alive inside. There's no rim protection at all. Boston has a free way to the basket every time they want. There needs to be some back wall, back line of defense. Give Larry Nance some damn minutes in this game. Go big Tyronn Lue, okay? Counter Boston. So, like I said, I am predicting the Cleveland Cavaliers to at least win the next game in this series because if they don't, they might be in a world of trouble. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that, the home court advantage is gone for Boston because they have home court in the series. But I just feel like a Game 7 in Boston, I don't think Cleveland can win a Game 7 in Boston, so they need to steal one of these games in Boston before that happens. So hopefully they come out in Game 2, make some adjustments, make some changes to their lineups, and LeBron James is in more of an attack mode and is in more of a mode that is less facilitator, if you will, and more aggressive. Actually, he could even be a facilitator. Just be more aggressive in everything you do and do not let the Boston Celtics get a freeway highway to the basket, okay? So let me know what you guys think. I think the Cavaliers have some clear adjustments that they can make. Let's see if they do it. I'm not ready to say the series is over. Are you? Leave a comment down below if you guys agree or disagree with me. Hit me up on my social media links down below for all of that. With that being said, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.